I'm packing a bag. Like, I ain't never had to pack no spend the night bag. Niggas have always come to my house. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jettajaye, and I am back with another video for y'all this week. As you can see by the title, this is another story time, and I'm gonna keep the intro short as always. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. So this story takes place in, well, it starts my sophomore year of college and then goes into like junior year. So what am I gonna name this boy? He kind of looks like Trey Songz, but I don't want to say Trey Songz because y'all know Trey Songz is crazy. So y'all really cannot think of a name for this boy. We getting ready to just call him Paper Towels. Okay, so the first time I saw Paper Towel, like, we ended up being in the same class. So we both had a public relations class, and at this time, sophomore year, I did have a boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend were still trying to make it work from high school. Yeah, really I should have been doing my thing, but I was faithful. So when I originally saw Paper Towel, like, of course anybody with eyes can tell he's fine. Like, let's be real. If y'all saw him, let's be real. So I'm not gonna say like I didn't notice he was fine. Of course I did. I noticed he was fine right away. I just, like, I don't know, I didn't want to talk to him or anything because I have a boyfriend, but like, I noticed you and I know you noticed me, right? So when we had this class together, like, every now and then the teacher would go around, like, ask us questions, and like I would speak out and say my answer, and then other people would jump in, blah blah blah. And it's like every time I would like answer a question or say anything, like, he would have something to say about my answer, like, not in a bad way, but like he would just always have like a response to me, which I noticed because versus everybody else, he would never really say anything. So there was this one time the teacher split us up into a group, and I ended up being in a group with him and like 3 other people. So me and Paper Towel are talking like just about the assignment. I'm talking like with my other group mates too. We all end up exchanging information because of course we're gonna have to work on this project like some outside of class as well. So we want to have everybody's information, so it's just easier to put us all in a group chat if we want to meet up at the library or whatever. Simple. So I got his number, like I got his Snapchat. I don't know how I got his Snapchat. Yeah, I got his number, I got his Snapchat. And it was never, we would talk every now and then, but it was never like anything serious. Like, it would just be about the project or like about class, the assignments. You know, it was pretty friendly, I guess. I wouldn't even say friendly. It was pretty much like school related only. Because again, y'all, I'm staying faithful to my no good ass nigga. So time goes on, and after this class is over with, I don't really talk to this boy because this was like, I want to say my first semester, because this is when I had like first went natural, and I had like a little puff all the time. And yeah, so that's another reason why I remember this, because I just did not feel attractive with my puff. So I was like, he's really not worried about me anyways. We ain't talking about nothing but school, so my no good ass nigga don't have nothing to worry about. So fast forward to junior year, y'all, me and my boyfriend ended up breaking up because I already told y'all, I have some story times about him, like some stuff that happened, which I will tell y'all those eventually. But I've told y'all in numerous stories, like, it was trash. It was very toxic and all that. So once we broke up, like my junior year, I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to get on Tinder. It's always Tinder. I'm going to get on Tinder. I'm going to get on Bumble, Hinge, like everything. Like, I'm going to start talking to people more, going to parties. Like, when I tell y'all, like, my freshman year and sophomore year, I really wasn't doing anything. Not to say I wasn't going to parties, because, like, I do have a story time about a party I went to. But I wasn't really getting the college experience like I would have if I was, like, single and, like, going out with my roommates and stuff as much as they were. So when I was single junior year, I was out. I remember I'm scrolling through Tinder. I've told y'all, Tinder will have like one fine person every like 30 ugly people. Like, let me not even call people ugly because they're cute to somebody, just not me. So you got to go through like 30 people that you wouldn't necessarily mess with until you find one fine or decent one at least. So I'm just like clicking, like, y'all ain't doing it for me. Clicking. I see Paper Towel is on Tinder. Bet. So I go ahead and I swipe right to let him know, yes, I like you. And immediately it pops up saying y'all match. Now I don't say anything because I like for the men to talk to me first, because you got to show me some interest. I'm not about to look like I'm really worried about you, because I'm not. And also, when you show a nigga you really worried about him, he's gonna do you dirty, even though. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me go back a little bit, because I forgot to tell y'all, like, after this class ended where I first met him my sophomore year, he unfriended me on Snapchat. Like, I don't know why. Maybe because he didn't know me and we weren't really talking about anything. I don't know if that was the reason, because I still have people on there I don't really talk to from college, but like, I'm just not gonna unfriend you, because why? I don't know, but he unfriended me, right? So when we met each other on Tinder again, he starts messaging me. I want to say like the next night he messages me and was like, hey, what's up, do you remember me? Boy, you know I remember you, quit playing. So I'm like, yeah, I remember you, we had class or whatever, right? And he's like, yeah, that's me. And he gives me his Snapchat or whatever. He's like, message me on Snapchat because I don't really be on Tinder like that, but I want to still talk to you. So I'm like, bet. I had him back on Snapchat. That's when I realized like he unfriended me. For what reason, I don't know. Y'all, that should have been the first sign that he was weird, but whatever. So from that point on, like, we're talking, not saying we're talking all day, but like we're talking pretty much every day. Like, he's telling me about how him and his friends want to like create an app and all this stuff. I wonder if they really did create an app. I don't know, but he was also like in graphic design. Like, he was telling me about that, which I was in some graphic design classes too, but we didn't have any more classes together after this one. I never even saw him on campus after this, but apparently he was still around. But we're just talking about like what we want to do, our classes. Like, he's talking about how he makes like digitals and stuff for people since he's a graphic designer, blah blah blah. So I'm keeping this in the back of my mind, right? And I also at this point wanted to start a business. I don't even remember what the business was. Like, I've just always wanted to start a business for some reason. And I like switch back and forth between what I want to do. I think at this point I was trying to start like a lash business, but not doing lashes, just like selling the strip lashes or whatever. Because a lot of times, like, when you go to a store, they're super expensive, and they don't have to be that expensive. So yeah, I wanted to start like a lash business or whatever. I was telling him about that, and he's like, oh, like, I can make you some artwork, or I can make you a logo or whatever, like, just let me know. So I'm like, all right. Time goes on, we're still talking, and he keeps telling me like he wants to meet up, like he wants to hang out and this and that. At this time, I was very nervous to hang out with people, just because when I went to college, I definitely gained weight. Not that he hadn't seen me like the year prior, so I don't know what the problem was. But I had gained weight in college. Like, y'all know they be saying that freshman 30 or whatever. Yeah, I was big. So I really was like just insecure about how I looked, and I was like, he's too fine. Like, I don't want him to see me and be like, yuck, even though he's already seen me. So it was just dumb. But I finally mustered up the courage to go see this man, and then this happens. So this day, I don't know really what day it was, but I know I had class, so it was definitely a weekday. He had asked me like if I wanted to hang out later on that night. So I was like, yeah, sure, we can hang out, I guess. So he's like, all right, bet. So I'm going through my school day, like I'm just thinking about how we're about to hang out. I'm just so nervous. And the night comes, and I'm like getting ready, and he ends up telling me like, can we do tomorrow night, because I have something to do, like me and my friends are gonna do something, yada yada. So I'm kind of relieved at this point, because I was already like getting ready to pass out as time was going by anyways, just thinking about seeing him. So I was like, that works for me, we can wait till tomorrow. So the next day comes, y'all. I go to class again. I'm going through the day, we're still talking. And I started telling him like, you know, since I'm getting ready to come over tonight, like, can you make my logo or whatever? And he's like, yeah, I'll make your logo. It costs this, this, and that. Cost? I don't know why I thought it was going to be free, but like, you offered to make my logo, and now you're talking about this is the cost. Like, you should have said something about I was going to have to pay for it like in the very beginning. I thought you were just going to like help me out because I'm fine. But no, he was about his bread. So I basically like was like, okay, I'll do it or whatever. Like, when I come over tonight, like, we'll work on my logo. which I was going to his apartment, y'all, and he had a roommate. We weren't going on no date, like nothing like that. I'm going to his apartment. So I'm already kind of knowing like what's gonna go down, because let's just be real. And I was here for it. I'm not gonna lie, I was here for it. So I like take a shower and everything. It's like 2 hours before I'm supposed to head to his house, right? He sends me his address, everything. We're still talking. I'm like, yeah, these are the colors I want, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm acting like I really care about this logo, because now I don't care about it because you told me it was like $100. And I never really cared about it to begin with, but I wanted to give us like something to do, because when I don't know somebody like that, it's like hard for me to hold like a long conversation. So giving us something to talk about in the midst of us like getting to know each other, I felt like was gonna help. Yeah, so I'm already in my mind like, I'm gonna just act like I care about this logo, but for real, you know, I'm coming over here and I'm not paying for shit. So I take a shower, y'all. I nair myself down like I'm getting bald. And if you use Nair, you know Nair is gonna burn you. Like, if you've ever used Nair, you've had a chemical burn at some point. I just don't believe no one has used Nair and not got some type of chemical burn. And I'm talking about on your bikini region. I ain't talking about your legs, your arms. Probably get burned there too, but I'm talking about the bikini region. Like, they be saying 6 to 10 minutes. No, if you leave that on for 6 to 10 minutes, you're getting burnt to death. Like, every single time. So I use this Nair or whatever, and I found out after this you're not even supposed to use Nair and then do stuff. But I mean, I had to do what I had to do. Like, I needed to be bald. So so I use this Nair or whatever, y'all, and I ended up giving myself a chemical burn, but it's like a slight burn. Like, it's not like crazy to the point. I've had some so bad to where I literally can't even sit down because it's so burned. But this time it was like a mild, like little tingling. I'm like, this sucks, but I'm good. So I finish up, like I'm getting all of it off of me or whatever. I'm like putting some oil on, like I'm freshening up, getting all soft, smelling good. So I put on my outfit, like I put so much thought into my outfit, because I'm like, you know, you don't want to look like you're coming over here to hunch, but I don't want to look like I came over here to not hunch. Like, I want to be comfortable, but I don't want to look so comfortable to the point where he's like, okay, she definitely came over here to hunch. You know? If you know, you know. So I put on like this crew neck sweater that was really cute. Some leggings. And I think I had on like some Ugg boots or something. I think it was cold at this time. So I put this on. I'm like, yeah, I look good. I got my hair curled. Like, I look good. Like, I was ready. I was smelling good, bald headed. I'm ready to go. So we're still talking or whatever. He's like, are you still on the way? So I'm like, yes, I'm about to be on the way now, blah, blah, blah. So as I'm getting my stuff together, y'all, because I'm packing a bag. Like, I ain't never had to pack no spend the night bag. Niggas have always come to my house. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready to pack a bag. I might end up staying over here. Like, we might fall in love after this. Like, that coochie got power. Y'all. So I'm getting ready and I have to go to the bathroom again. Like, y'all know that feeling where it's like, I feel like if I tell y'all this, it's gonna give it away, but it don't matter. Okay, so you know that feeling when you're about to come on and it starts feeling like you're just like dripping, or like you just start feeling like you're wet, or like you need to go to the bathroom. So I start feeling that and I'm thinking, I'm just excited, like I'm just ready to go over here. Y'all, I go into the bathroom and sit down, get up and wipe. Why am I bleeding? No, like, be so fucking for real. Why am I bleeding? No, like, I'm literally bleeding. So at this point, I'm just so distraught. Like, I'm so sad. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, why? Like, all this time I've been putting this off, and now I'm getting ready to go to his house. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm shaved down. I'm ready. And you're gonna do this to me, Mother Nature? You're gonna come right now. Y'all, so I did what any smart person would do, and I immediately messaged this nigga, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I can't come. Like, I have to take my friend to the emergency room. Because I just felt like telling him I came on was like too much information, and also like, you don't need to know that. Like, I don't know you like that yet. Even though I'm getting ready to go over and hunch, but that's beside the point, y'all. Anyway, So I text him and I'm like, yeah, I gotta take my friend to the emergency room. Like, she's having problems. Like, we gotta go. And so he's like, oh, okay, well, make sure, like, handle your business. I hope she's all right or whatever. So I'm like, I'll let you know when I get there. So I unpacked my bag, y'all. I'm so sad. Like, I'm so stressed. I just lay back in the bed. I'm just like, why me? Why me? So I wait at least like 15 minutes because the hospital was right next to my apartment because I stayed on campus. So it was literally like down the street, but I wanted to wait a little bit just to make it feel like, you know, we got in here, she's in the room. Y'all, I didn't send him a picture of the ER room off Google. And I probably shouldn't have did that, or I should have went to like the second page because I literally just like the first picture that looked realistic, I just saved it and sent it to him and I was like, yeah, we're in here right now. Like, I'm sorry. Like, let's try to hang out another day. He's like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. Y'all, I go to sleep, wake up the next morning. Why did this boy block me? Off Snapchat, he blocked me. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Because I'm like going through my phone, like looking for his messages as soon as I get up because I want to message him like, hey, everything's good. Like, she got to come back home. It was nothing serious. I didn't even get the chance to lie again. Like, he said, bitch, you lied to me. You're blocked. Like, if you thought I was lying, you could at least message me and be like, I know you're lying. Like, what's really going on? But he blocked me, period, flat out. So I go on Tinder to see if we're still matched or whatever, and we are. So I message him and I'm like, you know, what's up? What's up, paper towel? Like, what's going on today? Crickets. He don't say nothing to me. I go back on there again, unmatched. Wow. So it's like, yeah, like, damn, Mr. Serious. Like, I can't even lie to you. Like, just a little jokey joke. He didn't like it. So I ended up finding him on Instagram, but I didn't like follow him or anything. I didn't like no pictures. What I did was I waited a couple days until like Monday came around and then I followed him. A couple days. It's already the weekend, girl. So I waited until like a couple days into the week and I followed him, and he didn't follow me back. Like, he just let me follow him. He didn't block me or anything. He didn't message me. He didn't like no pictures. Like, he was done with me. So fast forward, y'all, like a month later, I ended up messaging him on Instagram, or like, I think he had posted a story and I like put a heart or whatever, and still no response. So I ended up just letting it go. I mean, I guess it was what it was. I guess he didn't really want the money for the logo, because even if I don't come over there, you can still work on my logo. Did not work on my logo. Did not talk to me again. Unfriended me. And I just never got any closure. Like, it was just over with before it even started. But yeah, I guess I could have told the truth. But I don't feel like it was that serious. I sent you pictures of me at the ER. What more do you want from me? Paper towel, what more did you want from me? Like, I feel like he really knew what was going to go down when I came over there. And when I didn't come over there, he was like, I'm not playing with her. But the night before that, you told me, no, we ain't hanging out today. We hanging out the next day. Like, you kind of did it to yourself. But yeah, I hope y'all like this story. Let me know if Mother Nature has ever ruined your plans for you and like fucked everything over. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.